Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Woo!
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 Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Hello everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Hypecast!
Hypecast!
The show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Redman.
I am your other co-host, David Bell. Katie!
And now you go!
It's me.
Hi.
And me, it's my turn. I go now. It's Katie Goldin.
It's Katie Goldin.
Nationally renowned lizard pervert Katie Goldin.
Yes.
That is
The old LP.
Yeah, that's the first thing that pops into my mind when I hear your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
You know, I'm doing good.
How are
the lizards treating you?
They're horny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're lizards.
Yeah, they're lizards.
Constantly horny.
Yeah. That's all.
Makes my job easy.
Yeah, when you look at a lizard, that's they're just like, man, I want to fuck. That's
Yeah.
what's going through their head.
Humble brag. I was quoted in the New York Times because I took a photo of alligator lizards having sex. And that's probably the only time I'm ever going to be in the New York Times. So,
It's great.
yeah.
I mean, if that's a good one, like if that is the only time.
Yes, I'm proud of it. It's like I was in the New York Times because I'm a lizard pervert, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough
Is
about
that
me.
on your resume? Have you put it on your resume?
That's the brass
Yeah.
ring of lizard perverts, really.
It's on my CV.
All right.
You know, nationally syndicated lizard pervert.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone to any of the lizard pervert conventions?
Yeah. It's called Liz PervCon.
Liz PervCon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gotta
It's
that's
ca-
gotta be
the
great.
old-
It's virtual this year.
LPC,
all
the
virtual
old
this
LPC.
year. The
Yeah.
old LPC. It's all virtual because of COVID.
Right,
You know,
Because of
Right.
COVID,
So
and
we're
also
safely-
because, you kind of want to be alone with your computer at the Horny
Uh-huh.
Lizard
Called-
Convention.
It's called pulling a tubing.
I'm tubing all over here. I really want that to be an expression.
You actually get fired from the lizard pervert convention if you don't do a tubing.
Right.
It's like the opposite. It's like opposites.
Right,
You're tube out.
Yeah, there was a
Right.
big controversy when one of them was eating a sandwich, and they're like,
Right.
"That's not tubing."
That's not tubing.
That's not-
You're not
that's-
tubing it to lizards mating.
That's
Yeah.
not the tubes.
Yeah.
Right. That's not in the spirit of the lizard pervert convention.
Now go get a coworker pregnant and pressure her to have an abortion.
Wait, what?
That's something. That's something that Jeffrey Toobin also did.
Oh,
Oh.
it's like that came out of nowhere. All right.
No,
Yeah.
he's all around scumbag.
Ah, okay.
I see.
All around a documented sex pest.
Brave masturbatory,
Yeah.
martyr.
It's a bad pervert, not a good lizard pervert.
Dying on the staff,
Yeah.
you know?
Dying on the shaft, you mean?
Oh.
Right. I mean, staff was already kind of it's fine. It's good. You punched it up. That's good.
Some notes
We got some
on the
notes.
dick joke. All right. I feel like we're good and warmed up here
I think
with,
so,
the,
yeah.
with the sex
Keep it all
pest
in.
jokes.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's good and warmed up because we got some producers to thank.
Oh, shit.
First and foremost, I want to wish a happy birthday to Mind Freak. Not Mind Freak, unless did I type that wrong? I don't think I typed it wrong.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the quality of this person's birthday is hinging on this moment, so
Okay, hold on. I'll look it up.
I'll
look it up. Everybody stop while I go on our Patreon and I click on their name. And
Just
nope,
have
they
it-
typed in Mind Freak. It's Mind Freak. Like
Mind
Minecraft and Freak.
Or like you're German and you're saying it's your freak. It's
Mind Freak.
It's mein Freak.
Freak.
It's not your freak.
Not to be confused with Chris Angel, Mind Freak.
Never to be confused with Chris
Yeah.
Angel.
Happy birthday. I hope it's a good one. Also, thanks to producer Etch. Good name.
not a bad
you to
one.
thank you to Steven
I think that's pronounced Stepin.
Stepin. That's funny.
Stepin.
It's funny because Steven's the one who was correcting us on the pronunciation of the name before. So thanks for Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you to Down Home Chicken. Thank you to Julia Dorner. Thank you to Han Toomey, the confused cyborg. You never want to confuse cyborg. That's not a good cyborg.
That's not an ideal sitch.
Thank you to Asking Seven. Thank you very much. Thank you to Happy Ed. Thank you. Thank you to the guy with a head just not where you want it to be. Oh,
What,
man.
Is
Where
head
could-
in his butthole, or
It's got to be in the butthole,
I hope so.
right?
Right? Yeah, that would be
is it
interesting.
like a second wiener head or something?
Probably. And,
Mystery abounds.
and thank you to I Was Born to Stare. Or, sorry, I Was Born to Stare.
Baby, I was
No
born
punctuation,
to
all
stare.
Tom, why don't you take the rest of these?
I suppose I will. I think the Tiger Draw is Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Not singing that. It's funny.
Nope.
I'll sing Bruce Springsteen, but I won't sing this song.
Look, we don't like being told what to do.
That's true. It has to come to me naturally. Thank you to Chloe
Yeah.
Rice. Thank you to Dan
Thank you.
Hackroyd.
Thank
you
you.
to the Kool-Aid Man says, "Fuck it, use me to make huge Molotov and burn it all down, comrades."
Thank you.
Thank you to
I knew he
Guy
was on
with
our
a
side.
long name. I suspected Kool-Aid
you.
Man was a socialist ally. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is red.
Yeah.
With the blood of his enemies. Thank you to E.T. the Extravagant Terresticle.
Thank you.
Thank you to Cody Johnston's Time Machine Noise.
Always.
Gross.
Thank
Yuck.
you to Pete Vorpagel.
Thank you, Pete.
And thanks to Glitterous.
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 Thank
Let's jump into some trailers.
Sure.
Starting with one of the biggest blindsides I've experienced in a trailer.
This is a shocking trailer.
This is the year of the horse girl.
Yeah.
I'm
First
calling
of all,
it now. 2021, year of the horse girl.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the horse girl's time to shine.
I want people to know this, and I've always wanted to take a picture, but I don't for obvious reasons. It's my checks. I made custom checks that say "horses are my life" on it. And have they can they give you this. They're like
do you
for
use
free.
them? Do you? Who are you writing checks to?
The only person who thinks I'm a horse person is my landlord, who gets the check every month. It also has on the top left a watermark that says lumber, and it's a picture of lumber because they let you just get.
Yeah,
they're just like, do you want any symbols? And I'm like, of course I do.
Yeah, they let you put whatever fucking madness you want to on your.
I feel like
chair.
it's a good power play though over your landlord because look, he does something like hikes up the rent or doesn't
great.
fix your faucet. You just take off on your horse.
Right. It's great because I live in an apartment and those are like, it's like, am I a rancher? They know I'm not a rancher.
Yeah,
so what
but-
am I
yeah.
exactly?
They're like, where's he getting these horses?
Yeah. We should note the trailers for Black Beauty.
Yeah,
The Disney Plus. And the thing, I don't know, the thing that really shocked me.
Well, okay, hold on. We got to build up to it. We got to let them experience
you
it
can't just-
somewhat.
Drop them in the cold waters
We
of Black Beauty without building it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, we want them to have somewhat of the same journey that we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a new adaptation of the story, which I've never read, so I have no idea like how close this is to the actual story. It seems wildly different than any other version I've ever seen.
Right.
But it has Mackenzie Foy, who was the daughter in Interstellar, going to live with her gruff uncle Sir Jorah. Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
On his horse farm, and he gets this rescue horse, Black Beauty, that she bonds with, and then, you know, rescue horses are only allowed to be there for so long, so he has to sell Black Beauty, and then like she's got to get Black Beauty back, and it's this whole like montage of like sad music and like my parents are dead, and like you're my family horse. And
just so we're clear, it's a live action kind of serious movie with just
very
a horse.
Serious, yeah, very serious.
Also,
I mean, there was
the
original Black Beauty movie, I think, was sort of like a direct-to-video movie, also live action.
Okay.
I think more closely hewed to the books. Loved that movie.
There was
Sad Horse Times.
There was a theatrical one from Warner Brothers, I think, in like '94. Around there.
Oh, maybe that's the same one.
It might be the same. It's probably the same one. That's like the biggest one I can think of in recent memory.
To shout out to the line where Sir Jorah says, "I've loved a lot of horses." He's just like, "I loved 100 horses in my life," and then she's like, "I don't want 100 horses. I want the one horse."
Well, what he says is if I'd fought for every horse I loved, I'd have 100 horses.
Yeah.
I don't want 100 horses. I just want this one. Also,
if I married every horse I loved, I'd have 100 wives.
Yeah, he's a real horse pervert.
Hundreds and hundreds of horse wives.
Why buy the steak when you can get the hamburger for free? Oh, no, I said that wrong. Why buy the cow when you can get the steak for free? What the fuck? I'm wrong.
I heard milk.
There was another line where it's like another.
Milk, yeah.
So it's like you've got the conventionally attractive protagonist that is a very attractive horse girl who just loves her horse so dang much, and she's got a friend, and this occurs in modern times, so you know she's like in her flannel, loving her horse all up, and she's got a friend who's like you're telling me a horse can save a person?
Yeah.
How can a horse save a person? And, you know, it's supposed to be like, of course a horse can save a person because this horse saved me.
Right.
But I'm with the friend. How the hell can a horse save a person?
Did the horse drag you out of a burning apartment building?
No, I know how. A horse can save a person by killing a person who's going to harm another person. Mm-hmm. Because horses certainly kill people.
Sure.
Right.
I don't know that... Oh, go on.
I was going to say that horses can't save people. Horse Jesus saves.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, through horse Jesus, all things are possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the bombshell of this film.
Okay, to set it up, is when a trailer ends, I'll often, when it starts going to the, now on Disney Plus, you go ahead and you close the video because there's no more trailer. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad I didn't.
Right.
Because the very last thing they say is, oh, by the way, featuring Kate Winslet as the voice of the horse.
As the voice of Black Beauty.
Yeah.
That comes in at the end. And it's
very end.
The horse does not talk in the trailer.
Yeah, it's a shocking revelation.
It does not appear to be a movie about talking animals whatsoever.
There is zero indication that this horse talks or that the horse talks in the angelic voice of Kate Winslet.
It's like if there was well, there already was, but it's like if there was a gritty Noah's Ark or something, and it looks really down to earth and gritty, and then at the end they're like, oh yeah, and by the way, Jim Carrey is the voice of the Ark, and you're like, wait, what? It's that. It's that fundamentally changes what movie this is.
Voice of the
boat. The fact that the horse has a voice.
Just imagining that is killing me. Hey Noah, let's get going.
It's a movie that needs to be made.
A lot of work to do. You got to get one of every animal on me. The boat.
Solid Jim Carrey. We're doing some good Jim Carrey
I thought
impressions.
we were doing Christopher Walken. I'm sorry.
No, we'll be on Christopher Walken soon enough.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
But again, it's like you like this horse, and then you rip the horse's face off, and it's Kate Winslet.
Yeah. Okay? So here's my guess. My guess is that it's narrated by the horse.
Well, that's
Sure,
how the
like,
original Black Beauty movie was, and the book.
Wait,
it's
was it?
narrated...
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes, the original movie, it's like narrated from the horse's perspective.
Oh,
And
okay.
I believe the book is similar. So it's like basically like, I'm a horse. In the original, it was a boy who loved the horse. Now it's a girl, #feminism. But originally it was like, I'm a horse, living my horse life. Wow, all these things are going on. I get transferred from one owner to the next, and it's awful. My horse wife gets sick with something. And in the original, this was a stallion, not a mare. Again, #horse feminism.
Yeah.
But it was narrated by the horse, from the horse's perspective. This trailer gave no indication of that. It was just like
No, it
horse
didn't.
girl having a time in her Instagramming how sad she is about her horse. That's what I got.
Yeah,
from it.
it's a very again, that makes so much more sense now, but for someone who doesn't know that, watching this trailer, it's just the most shocking of revelations you could actually
I just
ever
like
see.
the idea that Kate Winslet comes in and like this girl is crying and Kate Winslet is like, "Oh, don't be sad.
Yeah. I shall
Don't
grant
be
you wishes."
sad, little girl."
Or it ends up being like Black Phillip in The Witch.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
at the
do
end,
you
the dad,
want to live deliciously?
yeah, where it's just at the end.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Was that the goat in that movie? I
It
need
was.
to watch
Yeah,
that
it's
movie.
the goat.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
goat.
well, I need to watch that movie
You should.
now.
It's a good movie.
I want to see about
It's got Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit's all over it.
Sexy talking goats that want you to live moss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's
I
actually
like
that's
to
what
live,
happens. Yeah,
Moss.
he's asked if she wants to live deliciously and hands her a fucking Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah. Yeah, Katie, you nailed it. You're gonna love that movie. It's exactly what you're predicting.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
though, like getting handed a Crunchwrap Supreme in like the 1600s?
Well, if it
God.
was by
Shit would blow your mind.
honestly,
It'd be worth getting drowned in a lake for that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
it's
hell
like,
yeah.
you lived 2 moss. You must be
You
a witch.
lived
But it's
2
like,
moss.
worth it.
I don't. All right, yes and no, because I don't know about a goat handing me that, because I don't know if I'd want to eat
What
something
about
a
a goat with
gave
like
me or
human
prepared.
hands?
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
That's
I mean,
fine.
you remember the human hands appear on her shoulders when he says that.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
the goat-
So
It's
like
got
the actual
person
devil
hands.
shows up and hands you a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh, man.
Um,
Has God ever done something like that for us? I'm just saying. I'm not. Look, I'm not.
The
pointing
Lord
any
has never
fingers.
asked me if I want to live moss.
yeah.
That is true.
Balls in your court, Lord.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about this?
We got a problem here.
Yeah.
How are we going to solve this?
Give me a goat that transforms into a dude dressed like a pilgrim, handing me a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah. Now. So yeah, that's Black Beauty.
Yeah, that's Black Beauty.
All right, next trailer. Moving along. We're moving.
Keeping it
We're
moving.
moving.
Keeping it moving. Keeping it moving.
This is the trailer for Wild Mountain Thyme. This is just a smorgasbord of
It really is. I was
actors doing accents
Christopher
that I was
Walken,
not
isn't
prepared
it?
for it.
actors
It's Christopher Walken.
for some inexplicable reason they've cast Christopher Walken to do like an Irish lilt.
It's one of those
now,
times.
well, now, it's Christopher Walken. Now, isn't it? Isn't it?
It's one of those things where actors do accents all the time, right? And
Yeah.
we are fine with it. Every now and then a movie comes along where I watch the trailer and I'm like, this feels racist.
I mean,
Like the other one was of course Don Juan, when Joseph Gordon-Levitt and like Scarlett Johansson are like
Don John,
whatever.
Don Juan is different.
Whatever. Where they're all just like, "Hey, I'm Italian," and I was just like, "Oh, this I feel like this is wrong."
yeah, I mean, the Irish have been oppressed
Yeah.
specifically by Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
that's
while,
The
so-
the IRA they were founded to destroy Christopher Walken.
Right.
Jamie Dornan actually is Irish.
Okay. Good.
They've got some actual Irish representation. in this
Yeah.
one.
But Emily Blunt is not, and Christopher Walken is extremely not.
Yeah, the hubris
Yeah.
of casting Christopher Walken and someone at some point having to say, "Do you think he'll do an accent for this? Can we
Right.
ask him?" Like, of course you don't make him do an accent. It's like making Jack Nicholson do an accent.
top
Like, don't do it.
the morning to you.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'll do whatever voice the character needs.
You want to date my daughter by Blarney. Blarney. You got the gift of Blarney.
Is this the first time he's done an accent?
At least for a while.
I can't think of him ever doing anything other than his accent.
Is
his walking accent?
Mm-hmm.
Is this going for an award? Is this what I'm seeing? Is Christopher Walken like, you know fuck it.
I think the one he might be going for a few awards this year because he did that other movie that we talked about where he's like that small farmer who gets sued by like the big farms saying he stole their plant DNA or whatever, some
Sure,
horse shit.
yeah.
I just imagine he's not going to follow the script at all, though. He's just going to, like, they're like, you're an Irishman. No, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm Irish. Hey, daughter, beware of the leprechauns. They come here. They come across here. They do their leprechaun
Banshee
magic.
came in the night, took your brother, and never saw him again.
You guys seem to know more about this movie because I was in just I blacked out during the trailer.
No. We're not talking about the plot of the movie. We're talking about what Christopher Walken
Right.
Well, you're
thinks
talking
the
about
plot of the
daughters.
movie
You're talking
is.
about daughters.
I think he's got a daughter in
Emily
it, right?
Blunt
Okay.
appears to be his daughter, right?
Okay, that checks out.
Beware the leprechaun magic, Emily Blunt.
And then
I don't do a good Christopher Walken, but I try.
you're doing great.
You're killing
Thank
it.
you.
Also, John Hamm is trying to do an accent. Did I
No,
detect
he's
it?
not.
No, he's just American.
He shows up. John Hamm shows up midway through this trailer and refuses to do an accent.
I like the idea of them be like, okay, so we're in another country, so and he's like, I'm not doing that shit.
I'm not doing that shit.
Now, fuck you. John Hamm, I don't do
Yeah.
accents.
Yeah. John Hamm's interesting.
Yeah.
Because he did Mad Men, and we were like, what a career he's going to have. And then he's just like, I'm just going to be pretty.
He's just like, I'm going to be a himbo.
Yeah, he's like, you know how I did Space Cowboys before Mad Men? I'm just going to go back to shit like that.
He is his character from 30 Rock, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, he might be.
it's possible.
Just a himbo and happy about it, which, look, is fine.
Yeah?
I mean, that happens to a lot of TV. Guys and gals who are the leads on television shows for a long time very often don't segue into anything after that.
Yeah, and why do they need to? They're fucking rich, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, James Gandolfini, like they'll show up every now and then, but they're
Yeah.
like, look, I did like the boot camp of acting where I was just doing it nonstop for years. Fuck it. I'm gonna take the sack of money.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go fuck off.
Yeah, Cranston's having trouble
Oh yeah, the Cranston. Yeah,
really blowing up.
but the question is, are they trying? Because
I don't know. This movie's based on a play, I believe,
okay.
because there's a video floating around online of Deborah Messing doing a performance of this, and her accent is fucking wild in that video. I encourage you to search for it.
Oh,
You
no.
want me to marry, do ya? You want me to settle down with a man, do ya? Oh, wait, that's kind of Scottish, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
A little. I mean, they're adjacent.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this is a film.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
watch it just for the accents. I'm going to watch it for as long as I am entertained by the accents, and then I will stop watching. I'm sure it's
By the blood
delightful.
of St. Patrick, you'll watch it.
Yeah, it's just like a small love story. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I love this shit. They run into a tree. It's great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. No notes.
Well, one
Moving
note.
on.
One note.
What?
About the accents.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, next trailer is for Superintelligence. I don't know, guys.
It's funny when Melissa McCarthy falls on account of her being larger than the average-sized actress, not
Right.
the average-sized woman who is often about that size, but the average-sized actress.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm being sarcastic. I'm very sick of the thing where it's like anytime Melissa McCarthy is in a movie, they have her falling over. And I think it's because, she's
Here's-
not a thin woman, so therefore it's funny to see her
Yeah,
fall.
it's the Kevin James thing.
Yeah. I think both of them, they take scripts that probably some screenwriter made and like actually ambitiously made, was like, here's a high concept. It goes to them, and then someone goes through it, and they start crossing stuff off and going, okay, fall here. Okay, there's a fall here. We can put a fall here. They can fall here. Oh, here's a good one. A beanbag. Yeah, they can fall there. And then they're like, all right, we got a movie.
I mean, Melissa McCarthy is good at physical comedy. Like,
Yeah.
she's, like, there's that, what was it? I don't remember, some bad talk show. But she does it where she's, like, singing a song while there's a high-speed fan pointed at her, and she has to, like, catch a goose. And,
Right.
like, so, I'm not dunking on physical comedy. Physical comedy can be extremely funny. But physical comedy is not just falling down over and over again. It's not. It's like physical comedy is your posture or how you move around. It can be stunts that you have to pull. It's not just like, oops, I can't sit on this beanbag chair, and that's it.
She's doing basically an Adam Sandler, right? Where she does some serious shit, and then does this.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right,
Yeah.
like it feels like it's like almost like more laziness, because you're right, she's good when she wants to be.
She's
Right.
she's very much in the Sandler vein. She is better than most of her movies are. Like,
Yeah.
most of her comedy movies. Like, she works with her husband Ben Falcone. Like, he directs, and like you were saying, they get a script and then somebody goes through it and it's like, add a fall here, add a fall here.
Yeah.
They're the ones that go through it and do that.
Right, and they've calculated like these
Yeah.
movies make X amount of money.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll just we'll do this, make some money until you find something that you actually give a shit about.
Right. And another Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right.
Like, most of her comedy movies are really bad.
Yeah, it helps me digest these, because when I first saw the trailer, my first thought was, maybe we don't need movies. It's just like, maybe we should give up.
It's an HBO Max movie, at least.
Oh, right.
They're not
But
asking
then
anyone to pay for it.
Yeah, the realization that it's no different than Adam Sandler.
Not really,
It's
no.
like, yeah, it's
pretty much the
just-
same thing.
It's not, doesn't make it good, but it's, like you said, Katie, she's good at physical comedy.
Right.
When she chooses to be. And
Yeah.
then when not, they're like, just have her fall.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I just, it's also kind of, I think, frustrating where women in comedy don't often get to be just goofy and silly. And she often gets to be goofy and silly, which is fantastic. I love that. But just falling over isn't funny. So it's frustrating that this has been shorthand for like goofy and silly. And also that it's like relegated to actresses who are not, conventional looking actresses
Right.
in some way, shape, or form. I mean, Melissa McCarthy is conventionally attractive in every way. She just happens not to be super skinny like most actresses are.
Right.
And so it's like, oh, so you get to be goofy, but also you be goofy in this very specific way.
Right.
And it's, I don't know, maybe I'm not making too much sense. It's just
No, you are.
frustrating.
There's Hannah Michaels, who's been a guest on this, worded it similarly to me, where she was like, women don't get to be pathetic. Like,
Right.
they don't get to be like the fool, like, losers. Like
Yeah.
a lot of male comedians can be pathetic. They can be losers. And this is the only way they do it, is where they're like, well, this woman is quote unquote overweight, which translates to like average weight.
Right.
And therefore she gets to fall down a lot. And it
Right, and
is
again,
it
she's
is a
like-
bummer.
Conventionally attractive.
Yeah.
So she just happens to be average weight. So
Yeah.
it's just like, I do want to say though, female actresses, that sounds weird, but women who are actresses who, do get to be pathetic and silly is in Pen 15, which is amazing. It's a TV show.
Ooh, yeah, I gotta see that.
Have you guys seen that?
I haven't.
haven't.
I'm aware of it.
It's
but-
incredible. It's a tour de force. It's two women. Oh gosh, their names are Maya and Anna, and I am blanking on their last names, but they play their childhood selves in middle school, but they are all the other actors are the correct age, so all the other middle schoolers are like middle school age. It's just these two adult women in their 30s playing their middle school selves, and they pull it off amazingly. And they are so like this. When I talk about physical comedy, they're really good at it. Like and it's not them just like falling over. It's physical comedy where they are making funny poses and funny movements.
Right.
And it goes obviously with other comedy. It's really well written and stuff. And they get to just be goofy and sad and pathetic and losers sometimes, and it's great. I don't. It sounds really disparaging when I say that because I mean they're like, you'll get it if you see it because it's like they are very sympathetic characters. It's like whenever everyone was in middle school, everyone was a pathetic loser at some point in their life, and it makes you relive that, and it's painful, but I keep watching it because it's amazing and it hurts.
Oh yeah. You've seen what's it called, 8th Grade?
No, that's the Bo Burnham directed one.
That's another middle school one where it's like, oh Jesus.
Yes.
I don't think I can.
It's a brutal ass movie.
Yeah.
But those actors are sort of the age they're playing,
Correct.
right?
Right. Yeah. It's not the same idea.
It's harder. Like, I think this is easier to watch because the actresses who play the main characters are like in their 30s, and there's something about that makes it.
They've made it out. They're free.
Right. Like you're like, and it's also really funny because it's not. They really sell it though. Like they actually are really convincing as being middle schoolers, which I think is key. It's not. The joke throughout the whole thing isn't like, oh, they're adults in middle school. That's funny. You forget that they're adults, like within the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Which is incredible. They're so... Anyways, I'm getting off track here, but I highly recommend that for like comedians, women in comedy who get to just be silly and goofy. Because it's really wonderful.
All right. I could talk about this for much longer, but we should talk about the next trailer, right?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
This is for Breach.
Space zombies in space.
And Bruce Willis is there.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I kind of want to see this movie because Bruce Willis looks, at least, like he cares.
Yeah, and is having fun.
Yeah. I think Bruce Willis, he's like, I'm sick of playing like a detective in these shit. Like, this is also just like a low budget film that
it's like a low budget Aliens movie.
Right, but I think Bruce Willis was genuinely like enjoying this.
It's also, everyone seems to be really jazzed about killing space zombies. Like, they're so excited. He's like, time to make some barbecue. And he's like laughing and like setting them on fire. And I do like that we're moving a little bit away from sort of the grim, dark zombie movies where like now it's just like having fun killing space zombies.
It's funny because one of the things even other zombie movies never really, some touch on, but a lot don't, is that like, if there was a zombie outbreak in your town, obviously not like LA or something, but like a small town like Shaun of the Dead or no, even Shaun of the Dead, that doesn't count. But my point is that you might know some of them, like Dawn of the Dead, or Night of the Living Dead, and you know it does come to the point where it's just like, yeah, fuck it, killing zombies. And so there's this weird thing of like, no, you would recognize their faces. It would be really hard to kill them. And like some movies kind of do that, but I also like the movies like this where they're on a spaceship with their coworkers. They become zombies and they're just like, fuck, kill them all immediately. And they're just so into it. And I'm happy for them.
Yes.
I want them to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem like they're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't quite tell from the trailer, but it looked like humanity escapes Earth because we screwed it up. Oopsies.
Yeah.
And like most of humanity is like stored in hard drives or something.
I
guess. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure. But then they have like a living crew of human bodies.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to protect all the people on hard drives from the black goo aliens.
So I have to.
There's also an actual like monster at the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have to assume that this is related to what happened on Earth, right? This is why they're leaving. Because it would be really silly if it's like, we're leaving Earth for this reason. and then zombies on the way.
Maybe it turns out that zombies were global warming the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not our fault. Go us.
Yeah.
This movie kind of reminds me of the video game tangentially, Prey. Do you guys know that one?
I know of it.
I didn't play
never
it,
watched.
but yeah.
Yeah, it's like this game where a crew on a spaceship discovers this alien species that can like mimic things, like shapeshift. And it's like you can also inject it in yourself and get powers from it.
Ooh.
But the more you inject it, like the more powers you get, the more it like basically could potentially take over your body.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool game with some really cool ideas in it. So I feel like what's funny is I think that computer game is probably more serious and more cool in terms of the narrative than like this movie looks like, whereas this movie looks just like a fun hack and slash kind of movie.
Yeah.
So I find that ironic. Video games have become the movies, and movies
My,
have
how
become
the
video
tables have turned.
Has
My, the shoe is on the other foot.
Has Brillis been in a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He was in a game
Which
in the
one?
90s called Apocalypse.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, Thomas Jane is in this doing a whole ass thing.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for bringing that up. When you see Thomas Jane, I gasped. I was like, "Oh, whoa, Thomas Jane!
He is
You're
doing
this is
an entire thing, all caps.
he's
What
like
was he was in. What was he in recently?
Recently,
He was
The Predator.
Yeah.
The Expanse. The Expanse.
The Expanse. There
Expanse.
you go.
It feels like he's like reverse Brad Pitting, where he's like started as pretty boy blonde, and then he's just like, I'm gonna be just a maniac.
Yeah, I'm gonna do crazy weirdos.
Yeah. It's,
Oh shit! Bless you, Thomas Jane.
Yeah, he's definitely doing something with his career, and I'm
He
I'm
is
all for
making choices.
it. Yeah. Any other thoughts on Breach?
No, it looks perfectly dumb.
I would like to say maybe slight critique, very, very soft note is maybe make zombies stop having like black stuff in their mouths, like the black goo. Like do a different color of goo. I think
Purple.
Well, there is that
blue.
movie. Well, there is that movie, Color from Outer Space or something. What's it called?
Color out of space.
Color Out of Space,
yeah.
where the alien is this bright psychedelic purple, and I love that.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's got Nicolas Cage just completely off the rails in
Yeah,
that one.
just losing his damn
fantastic.
mind.
But yeah, no, I like just psychedelic because, like, come on, guys, it's aliens. They could be bioluminescent. It could be really cool. Like just black tar type goo coming out of people's mouths. Boring.
It's weird how many movies don't do that. We just did a review of Cowboys and Aliens, and like the alien ship is just like it's every alien ship. Oh, it's the same color scheme. It's just weird how we don't like. It's literally just like, all right, make it yellow. Like just do something. Make it something.
You look at
different.
parasites on Earth. They're incredible. They're spectacular. There's like that parasite that infects snails and makes their eyes go all wibbly wobbly and turn psychedelic colors. It's amazing.
Yeah, just do something.
Just something.
Yeah, anything. Throw us a bone.
Get a few Pantone colors there. You know, go to Home Depot and get a few paint samples.
Right, just some swabs. Yeah, and
some
fucking
swatches. Yeah.
Swatches. Thank you. Yeah, that's all we're asking for.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Hardy Boys.
I've got a raging clue.
Yeah.
What clue
Remember
says
that
we should
South
go
Park?
this way? Oh, hell yeah, I remember that.
Remember that South Park?
hell yeah.
I've got a raging clue.
This was inevitable, right? A gritty Hardy Boys.
Yeah, the weird thing, well, I mean...
I thought Nancy Drew would happen first.
Nancy Drew did happen. It's on, I think it's on the CW.
Well, shiver me timbers.
It's pretty close to, like, Riverdale.
Yeah.
Or they're doing, like, the gritty, like, Nancy Drew gets implicated in a murder in that Nancy Drew version. Yeah.
And then they did Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, you've proven that this can work.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an old property that no one's doing anything with, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it.
We're gonna get a gritty Scoob soon, aren't we?
Oh no!
Please. I mean, no. Like, think about it. Think about it. Like, remember the Venture Brothers thing where it's like the Scooby Doo team and like
Yes.
Scooby Doo,
Oh, I
is,
remember.
like,
Yeah.
demonic force, like
Oh, shit.
convincing Shaggy to commit murders. I'd be into that
Yeah.
if you pull it off right.
I think we're more likely to get adult comedy Scooby Doo.
Nah,
Like, I
I'm
think
not
it'll
as
be
into that.
gritty in the way the new Saved by the Bell seems.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's going to be more self-aware, I think.
Boring.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hardy Boys.
Hardy Boys. No,
They
we
gotta
don't-
solve
we
a
don't-
mystery.
They're going to solve a mystery. It's going to be like a double homicide.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to
feels
be real
like-
gritty and
Oh,
weird.
this feels
This feels like the Tintin, the mocap creepy Tintin
Yeah.
that Spielberg did.
This feels more like Enola Holmes to me, because they made the Hardy Boys considerably younger than they're teenagers in the books, and they're about the same age. In this movie or show, whatever it is, it's a show. The older one is like maybe 15, and the younger one is like 10.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
that's
got to
weird.
get in a wider audience, right?
Yeah, I guess
Well-
I suppose
you
so.
gotta
Yeah.
get in the Zoomers
I think-
and the Twoomers.
Yeah, I think they aged down. Also, I don't know if they know they're doing it, but like X-Men First Class, where they know that they can milk the series more.
Yeah, for sure.
It's why Spider-Man can't leave high school, because they're like, oh, and then we'll make 6 movies and then he'll leave high school, but they never get to that point, so they keep resetting it because they don't want to make movies about older people because old people die.
It's true. They do.
Yeah, and so they're like young and fresh, and then we have like 10 movies before we have to throw them out because they're not pretty anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's what the game is. Which is,
Oh man, but
yeah.
imagine if they did an old Hardy Boys, like the Hardy Boys, like in their like 40s, 50s, after sort of like, you know, they were famous child prodigy detectives. Now they're sort of older, and you know, one of them works in an H&R Block, and the other one is like sort of a maybe like a, you know, a small court attorney or something.
They're going around doing conventions. It's like The Wrestler, but like Hardy Boys.
Right, but they have like they have a very dwindling fan base. Like they go around and do like small book signings and stuff. But then a murder happens, and they have to reunite.
Yeah.
And solve it.
Yeah.
And put aside their personal issues and how one brother blames the other brother for his divorce and.
Right, and like just a bunch of like addiction issues, and like they're just, it's just they're hard. You know, it's the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
It's
and then they put on their
the Hardened
detective
boys.
shorts. They put on their detective shorts for the first time. They're a little snug, but it's been the first time in like 30 years that they've worn their detective shorts.
Yeah. See, we made a movie.
We did it.
Yeah, I have nothing more to say about the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
I really tried to have more to say, but I don't either.
I have nothing against. It's whatever. Let's move on to the news stories. But first, we have some patrons to thank, including thanks for having Jason Pargin on. Here's $25. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Midnight Patron. What patrons at midnight? Thank you to Exploding Runes. Thank you to Andrew. How? Thank you to Vincent. Thank you very much. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to John Munez. Thank you to Wavy Rancheros.
Woo!
Thank you to Mr. DNA.
So DNA.
Thank you to Lauren Gucci.
All right, let me take over.
Yeah,
thank you
do
to Bootler Bootlesson. Thanks to Grumblebee. Thank you to Tux.
Yeah.
Thanks to Shepherd Mulch Diggums.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks
Thank you to
all.
Norm from Cheers.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thanks to Davey Francis.
Thank you.
Thanks to Space McNulty.
Thank you.
Thank you to Hiram. And thanks to, oh great,
Thank you.
it's that guy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So The Rock is rebooting The Scorpion King, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that mean they'll go back and they'll get Brendan Fraser and like,
I hope so.
you know, we can get the Mummy involved?
Mm-hmm.
This is like, yeah, this is almost a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's unclear whether or not he's going to be in it. He's just producing a reboot, but
Right.
Well,
but I do want it to be where, like, it's Brendan Fraser's daughter versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson's son or something. Mummy's son.
Mommy's son,
And so
yeah.
it's like, I actually forgot. So Dwayne doesn't play a mummy. He plays like a scorpion mummy.
King.
he plays a
Scorpion
scorpion
king.
monster, yeah. A
Okay.
king of the scorpions.
Right. And then so he has like a scorpion baby. And actually scorpions, animal fact, they're good at childcare. They love their children.
Aw.
So like he raises his little son who's a scorpion. Actually, it probably has like thousands of sons if we're being realistic. But yeah, raises his son. But then Brendan Fraser also raises his daughter to be a mummy hunter. And then they meet and they fall in love. And then it makes their dads have to get along.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like kind of a deal breaker to me if he's not in it.
Yeah, I mean, he
Same
probably,
CGI.
He
No notes on
probably
the CGI.
won't be. He probably won't be in it, and if he is in it, he won't be as the Scorpion King. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it'll be him passing the torch to the new
But
Scorpion
here's the thing,
King or something.
he doesn't need to do anything. They just deep fake him on a scorpion.
Oh,
Right.
hell yeah!
Again, they do what they did in The Mummy Returns. Just
Yeah.
the
Right,
same
they-
thing.
They just
Deep fake Dwayne The Rock Johnson's face on a scorpion. I mean, they are developing, I'm going to talk about this on my podcast, but they are developing animal facial recognition, which means we can put Dwayne The Rock's face on a scorpion body, have the scorpion do the acting scenes, and it's a Dwayne The Rock scorpion and scene.
Yep.
perfect. These are all perfect
Perfect.
ideas.
God,
Yeah.
we're making so many movies.
We are.
It's great. Yeah.
How have
I-
I not gotten further in this industry?
Does anybody remember The Scorpion King, by the way? I haven't watched this movie in a minute.
I remember the CGI. I don't remember the plot.
Well, I think most people remember The Mummy Returns, which was like setting up
Yeah.
the Scorpion
Oh, it
King.
was the third one. No, I don't think I've seen the third one.
Right.
It's actually it's an
technically
unrelated
not the third
spin-off.
one.
Yeah.
It's a spin-off.
It's a spin-off prequel.
Is Brendan Fraser in it though?
He is not.
No. And then
Oh.
did the Scorpion King get a sequel?
It did, but he's not in it. There's like 8
Right.
Scorpion Kings, and,
Wait,
So
they-
there's-
and like 5 of them star Randy Couture.
There's 5 Mummy movies, and only one of them's good.
I mean, there's more than that. There's been quite a few direct-to-VOD Scorpion King sequels.
2 was
Really?
fun.
Yeah.
I like 2, but I
Yeah, I thought 2
understand
was
why.
okay. It wasn't good, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Which is the one with the sandstorm that's a face?
That's the
That
first
is-
one.
That's the
that was-
first one.
That was
That's
kick-ass.
OG
The one- and it-
Mummy.
with the bugs that go under your skin. That was also the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the first one rules.
The first one
First
does
one
rule.
rules.
Yeah. It's a fucking sweet movie.
Yeah, it's weird that no one we know is like tells us how good that first Mummy is.
Right?
You know?
Like, it seems like we should have
Like-
somebody in our group of friends that's a huge fan of the Mummy. I just don't know how
Yeah.
that hasn't happened.
They really
Wait, what? Is this?
they
Is there
dropped the
someone
ball.
who is? I don't get
No,
this joke.
there's nobody.
No, 0 people. No.
Okay, I feel like there's. All right, you guys aren't gonna let me in on the joke,
Look,
are you?
in order to do the bit, we can't recognize the person.
Is it Swaim?
Nope.
You're pretty
close.
close.
Cody?
You're
Is it
getting,
Cody?
getting colder.
Getting colder.
Katie, the other Katie.
Getting colder.
Getting colder.
Abe.
There you
It's
go.
Abe.
Oh,
It's Abe. He's
I
a big
get it.
mummy head.
He's a mummy head.
Big old mummy head.
Yeah.
He's gummy for mummy. Oh,
Yep.
wait, no.
Yeah, no. He comes for the mummy.
Cummy
yeah,
for
you
mummy.
got it
Yeah,
right.
cummy for mummy. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Jesus.
Do you
All
think
right.
I feel like this is stealing from Hannah Michaels, but like, do you think the mummy, like, oh no, wait, Jamie Loftus, who talks about
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Beetlejuice coming scabs. What do you think the mummy is? It just like little
It's
poof
dust.
of dust? Like,
Dust.
Yeah, it's dust.
Dust and little insect parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. It's like opening like a really old jar where it just like makes a sound.
a little moth comes out
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
like when you
yeah.
open an old wallet and a moth
yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah. Oh,
Anyways,
gross.
I think we've covered it all, right?
yeah, we
Yeah.
got it. We got it. We can move on.
All right.
Okay, so Ryan Murphy tweeted the new American Horror Story poster. It's just a mouth because he likes doing that.
Thanks that shit.
But I personally, I was a little Hardy Boy with this one because I think I know exactly what it's about. I think it's sexy gay mermaids.
I am so on board for that.
Yeah, because here's my reasoning. One, he geotagged Provincetown, Massachusetts, which is huge because Provincetown, Massachusetts means that mermaids. Yeah. If it's taking place in Provincetown, I don't know how you're going to fake that because it's a very unique looking town, but it's a harbor. It's an old whaling harbor that is now. It actually is in the U.S. has the most same-sex couples per 1,000 in the entire U.S. It's a boomer LGBT tourist place, and you wouldn't set something there without knowing that.
Ryan Murphy for sure would know that.
Yeah, he's gay, I believe.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like if you're doing that, if you're doing Cape Cod, that for a specific reason. Since it's a harbor whaling town, and the poster has what looks like shark teeth on a lady's mouth.
It looks like a fish person.
Yeah, and so it's and then you think of the lighthouse and the fact that American Horror Story likes kind of being on, they did the 80s one when we were kind of thinking about 80s slashers again. They're always kind of doing what's in the horror zeitgeist.
Yeah.
And that leads me to believe that this is going to deal a lot with LGBT people, and it's going to be mermaids. And he does the tattoo stuff either way, right? Because there's a tattoo on the tongue.
I'm not sure if that's been in all of it.
Okay.
But it's been in a few of them, things like that.
But yeah, it's got to be that, right?
I mean, it sounds like you cracked the case.
I think I'm calling it. And then it has Macaulay Culkin in it, and this all equals to a season of TV that I cannot miss.
Max in it? That's amazing.
Yeah. And so it's just well, shit. Provincetown, I went there every year as a kid. It's a great little tourist spot. So if it takes place there, then I'm obligated. And then with Mac in it and it's mermaids, it's well, fuck. I hope I'm not jumping to conclusions.
Maybe it's going to be sailor tattoos, right? Of sexy mermaids.
Well,
but
yeah.
Then the tattoo
there better be real ass mermaids in this.
Provincetown has some great tattoo places, but I don't think that plays into it because everywhere has good tattoo places.
I did say the sexy mermaid tattoo comes to life, Tom. I don't know if you missed that.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah.
Wished upon a star, and the sexy mermaid became a real boy.
Yeah, but it's got to be fucking mermaids.
Hopefully, American Horror Story. The blazing hot take is bad. But I'm still gonna watch this season of television for sure.
Yeah, I'll say this is that I liked some of the seasons, other seasons I hated, and then I sort of checked out of it because I didn't even know there's 10. It's got that real Walking Dead vibe.
Yeah, I mean it's more entertaining to me than Walking Dead, but
yeah, but I'm invested in this.
Yeah, it's aesthetics part, they have a really cool aesthetic, and then not a lot to there's not much of a foundation to actually support the aesthetics. It's just cool aesthetics, and then
it's just 8 or 9 episodes of pure schlock.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
But I'm kind of here for schlocky
mermaid,
gay New England mermaids. Yeah.
Yeah,
I really want to see this.
That sounds fucking delightful.
Just fucking a mermaid schlock fest. Give it to me. Put it in my veins.
Mind you, again, I'm basing this off of very little information.
That feels like a pretty good guess.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely, because Provincetown is literally only known for whaling and an LGBT tourism hotspot.
Could be sexy whales.
Could be sexy whales.
Could be sexy whales.
Yeah.
Why aren't mermaids ever cetaceans? And cetaceans being the whales and dolphins. Because it's always fish, but humans are mammals.
Well, there's Ursula was
an octopus.
That's not a cetacean, Dave.
I don't know. Look, I don't know animals.
I just told you what they are. It's dolphins and whales.
All right.
That's an octopus, Dave.
All right.
cephalopod.
Settle down. How do we know they aren't dolphins or whales?
Well, because they
have fishtails and scales.
They have fishtails.
Do they have blowholes? Do they ever have have gills? I mean,
no, I haven't. Well, actually, that's a good point. There may be some mermaid renditions where they have gills, but like
I was just gonna say, in The Little Mermaid, they appear to be able to breathe in air and in the water equally. So I don't know what that's about.
Which way
it's a gill
their
fish.
tails facing in The Little Mermaid?
I think it's
I can hear you furiously typing.
Oh, actually, it is a dolphin tail.
It is, well,
kinda. It's facing.
What about?
It's like
all right, hold on.
Okay,
What about Splash?
Here's what's confusing. It is a dolphin tail in the way that it is facing, where it is, the movement is up and down, not side to side. But she has scales, which dolphins
it's green
do not
and
have,
scaly.
which is not.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre.
So Splash is definitely a fish.
Weird.
It's weird. All right, here's what's weird. All right, and I'm gonna go somewhere that I'm not proud of.
Okay.
But like, I would fuck a dolphin over a fish.
Well, okay.
Right?
Sure.
So if you're making like Splash, where the idea is it's like, ooh, sexy mermaid, it's weird that they're fish people, right? Why don't they go like dolphin? They're the sexier marine animal.
I don't know that it's up to them, man.
All right.
I don't think that mermaids have evolved to be attractive to humans.
Right. I mean the filmmakers. Like, we all agree that fish aren't sexy.
Did we agree on that?
Oh.
Did we? Have you ever seen a flounder?
Call it now. What do you guys think?
Have you ever seen a flounder? Both eyes on the side of one
Oh yeah,
side?
and like Flounder and the Little Mermaid, of course.
Well,
of course.
That flounder in the Little Mermaid is not a real flounder.
No, not
Don't
at
know
all.
why they
He's
called
like
it
something
that.
else entirely.
He's not even a real fish.
That confused me.
Yeah.
Because when I saw what an actual flounder was for the first time, I was
Well-
like, the fuck?
Hold on. Is he a flounder or is he named Flounder?
He is
He's
named,
named
flounder.
Flounder.
Okay, well, Dog the Bounty Hunter isn't a dog that we know of.
Yes.
So
I
maybe
think we're
he's
all
just
agreed.
he's just like, call me Flounder.
Right.
Then do they establish that Flounder is a flounder or that Flounder is named Flounder?
It's just his name.
Yeah.
He's 100% not a flounder.
Some
Yeah.
fish have.
So he's named. It's ironic,
Some
that's like his
fish have,
nickname.
Some fish have Maybelline lips, and I'm not gonna say that's sexy. I'm just gonna say that some fish have pouty lips.
I'm just gonna Google sexy fish and see
No,
what
that's
happens.
not gonna get it. It's not gonna get you there.
It might.
Google image sexy
Well,
fish.
I know because I have already tried.
Oh, here's the sexy. It's a leggy fish. They gave it like fishnet stockings.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like it's cheating though, because it's a drawing that some weirdo made, some pervert. Oh, there's a lot of pictures of fish with sexy legs, guys.
Okay.
That's an
Are they
internet
just
thing.
photoshopped human legs?
Well, it's all drawn. The people they draw it. They draw sexy fish with sexy
real
legs.
fish. Google
All right.
triggerfish lips.
Okay, hold on, everybody. Triggerfish lips. Oh yeah, it's yeah. It's got human teeth too.
Yeah.
So mildly horrifying.
But I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying it's ethical. But you
Right.
could kiss this fish.
You
could
could
kiss.
kiss that fish.
With if the fish was into it as well.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
If you were like on a date and it was the right moment,
You got to kiss
you could
the
lean up.
fish.
Exactly. Exactly.
Kiss the fish.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to kiss fish. Fish cannot consent, so
Right.
don't do it. But if they could,
Right.
I'd probably go with the
You would
trigger
kiss this
fish.
Right.
fish, yeah.
So
Yeah.
So let's move on.
enough talking about sex with animals.
Aw.
Yeah.
Let's move on to a different thing that I'm sure won't spark a similar conversation.
Okay.
They're remaking the Island of Dr. Moreau into a series.
Oh, really?
Really?
So yeah, I don't
mean,
know.
it's more cat
Sexy
people
animals.
orgies, yeah.
Yeah. There'll just be some sexy animals. Hopefully, a fish will be in the mix,
Ideally.
or a dolphin. Yeah. Anybody else have thoughts?
No.
We've talked about how Richard Stanley should do his own Island of Dr. Moreau.
Right, based on his
And-
flippin' incredible concept art.
Right, and we've talked about this before. How amazing it would be if he cast Val Kilmer for the Dr. Moreau role. That would never happen, but it would be the most incredible thing to do in cinema history.
Yeah. But it's
If you could be like a Island of Dr. Moreau animal hybrid person, what would you be?
I think it'd be a shark man. Like
Nice.
street sharks.
That's a good
Oh, like a reverse mermaid shark man, a street shark. You said it. You said it best.
Yeah. Shark man would be pretty
Jesus.
sweet. I don't know.
Do we have to just pick one animal?
pick. No.
What's that?
No, the limit is your imagination.
What about plants?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Why couldn't you be a
Got a
plant?
harsher mellow dude.
Okay, I want to be like a tree. Mm-hmm. With the all my leaves are the heads of horses.
Okay.
A horse tree.
Good.
Horse tree.
That's very Annihilation.
A flowering
I like it.
horse tree. Got it.
A flowering horse tree. Mm-hmm. Katie, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Well, gonna say like shoebill stork. No, wait, secretary bird with the big legs that do the good stomping, and a greater glider. These are Australian marsupials that are the biggest gliders in the world, and they have big arm flaps that let them glide, and they have long fluffy tails.
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna look like a sugar glider with like big bird legs.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'm
pretty dope.
going with that.
That's awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One final thought about this series is when I watch Island of Dr. Moreau, I don't think, oh yeah, I'd love to come back to this every week. I just don't. A series at this weird animal island.
It's an extremely off-putting movie for a lot of reasons, but I mean, it's a new adaptation, so who knows what they're going to do.
Yeah. Again, probably sexy animals. Hopefully, a
I
horse tree
assume
or
so,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they just take the cats, like the CGI cats technology, and just like use it again.
Oh yeah,
And
go
it's just
hog
the
wild with
same
that.
stuff.
Give them buttholes this time.
Yeah. Giant buttholes.
Give them gaping assholes, you cowards.
Yeah.
Give them the correct number of nipples.
Yeah.
So many nipples.
Bunch of nipples and such big buttholes that if you see them at the right angle, you're looking directly through them. You know, like it's just giant.
Yep.
Like a tube.
You can see the light of their
like
eyes.
they're just tubes. Yeah.
That's also what's called pulling a tubing.
Yeah. God, we've gone some places.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's name some more producers. Right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Big shout out to Lef. Thank you, Lef. Thank you to Nolan Mayton. Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you to Joshua Graves. Thank you very much. Thank you to Normal Man Andrew McGuire. Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you to Ozzy. Thank you very much.
Woo.
Thank you to AJ.
Woo.
Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you to Tip Drizzle.
Woo.
Woo. Thank you to Frank Lee Amish. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Mrs. Voidis.
Thank you.
Thank you to the ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Thank you.
Thank you to David Knifeboot Hinton.
Knife boot.
Hinson, MBA CPA. Thank you to Christopher Robert Smarts, Esquire.
Thank
Thank you
you.
to Mackenzie Righteous Hand of the Lizard People. Chill.
Ooh, that's
Thank you.
hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lizard pervert over here.
Hell yeah.
Speak
It's
my
his
language.
righteous hand, too. Thank you to Funky J.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks to Pie Guy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Dave.
What?
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 I'm not going to fuck around with pretense here because I know goddamn well you have a movie that deserves more hype.
Yeah, I do.
And I can't wait
Tom,
for you to talk about it.
Look, we started with weird animal stuff, and we're ending on weird. We've been weird animal stuff.
We're finishing pretty
Look,
strong.
This is the perfect episode for me to be on.
I know. I didn't plan this.
Yeah.
No.
And, it's perfect. Folks, I got to tell you about the movie Mandibles. Mm-hmm. I didn't even write the release. I think it's December. I didn't write much of anything because I was just like, nah! Okay, so let's start with the fact that this is from the director of Rubber.
And
the movie
Deerskin, right?
And
Didn't he
Deerskin
yeah.
and shit. I just lost one of the other ones in my head. It's if you haven't seen Rubber, it's about a tire that's alive and rolls around and has the power to make people's heads explode.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and
all of
but
this
it's
is
a
accurate.
movie within a movie too.
Yes, that too. It's you'll either love it or you'll hate it. And this movie, Mandibles, is about two friends who find a gigantic fly in
really
the trunk
cute.
of a trunk of a car. It's like a puppet, and they decide to train this fly.
Train this fly, yeah.
To rob banks.
Yeah.
This fly is. It's like the size of a small dog. Well, not a small, like a mid-sized dog, like
Size
a
of my
bulldog.
dog. About 13 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the movie. Just two guys training a giant fly to help them rob banks.
Yeah.
And it's called Mandibles. And there's a trailer.
I'm on board with the movie. I have to take issue with the title. Because while some species of flies can have mandibles, the fly that they feature in the movie does not look like one of the species of flies that would have mandibles. So unless I am incorrect about the species of fly that they use as the giant fly in the movie, it would not have mandibles. It would have soft, spongy mouth parts, such as a proboscis, that is used to soak up food rather than to bite food like the mandibles do.
Is there a good name for that?
Proboscis.
Proboscis, yeah. See,
Proboscis.
I always thought, and I've learned something today, I thought all flies had proboscises.
Some flies have mandibles. I guess all flies may have some form of proboscis that they can use to stick in, but I think that some flies do definitely have mandibles, at least in addition to, if not as a replacement for a proboscis.
Okay.
I see.
I never looked into it. I need to note that this played at the Venice International Film Festival. I think it's, like I said, it's scheduled to be released in France November 18th, but I believe we're going to get it on streaming and in the States a little later. It only has 9 reviews, but those 9 reviews gave it 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So what I have heard is that this really got people talking, this movie. People were very into this movie. And so I don't know, man. It's fucked whatever it's going to be, you know? Because trailers often show you this is just how it starts. So who knows where this is going to end, this movie.
I hope that they don't sideline the giant fly too much. I hope it's not like, oh, we bring it up a few times and then we don't talk about the giant fly for a lot of it. You know what I mean?
I don't think they will. Knowing Rubber.
The giant fly plays a remarkably small role in this trailer.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, knowing like Rubber, I would assume not. I assume they know what you want, what we all want. But it
then
is
why don't they feature
like, for
it
example,
more in the trailer?
The poster doesn't have the fly on it.
What?
Which is interesting.
Do they
The
think
fly's in the logo.
Okay. Do they think that the fly is not marketable? Because I feel like is.
It's definitely marketable. I don't know. Maybe they're not referring to the fly when they say mandibles.
Oh, a twist.
Yeah.
The real mandibles were man.
Dibbles.
Oh, wait.
Dibbles.
They spell it differently in the poster. Hold on.
It's French.
Oh, it's French.
Yeah.
Right. God damn it.
Mandibles.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of, sort of.
Mandoublé.
Yeah.
Mandoublé. Michel Bublé, Mandoublé.
Yeah, I have literally nothing else about this movie. I didn't look up anything else. I just saw giant fly robbing
Giant
banks.
fly that you carry around in a
Yeah.
baby Bjorn.
Yeah, and it's like
slap that thing in a Bjorn.
Put it in a
it'd be
baby
horrible.
Bjorn.
Hell yeah.
The fly is legit. It's the star of the trailer.
Feed it poop from a baby bottle.
I can't wait to
It is-
nurse this thing with shit.
Yeah. Fresh from the butt.
Yeah, fresh. from
Right out of the butt.
ass to plate around here.
Uh-huh.
Ass to
God.
table.
We really went some places.
We did.
Really
This
yeah, we're
This
really
is-
circling.
The trailer, the
explosive
fly.
episode.
Yeah, the fly in the trailer is adorable. They have it on a
It
little
is.
leash. It's like kind of scared when they find it in the trunk. They put it on a bed. They're treating it like a pet.
Aw.
They're treating it
but
like
it's
a
giant.
they're treating it like a dog. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, it's great.
You ever try to like put a leash on a fly when you were a kid?
No, I knew
I
you
did.
could.
I tried to catch a bee.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah, it stung
Yeah,
my
that
ass
there's
off.
a
Yeah. It stung the
there's
shit out of me.
a magic trick that I believe David Blaine actually did, and it's like an old one where you find a dead fly on a windowsill, and you do some magic and it comes alive. And all you do is you plant the fly in advance by capturing a fly, putting it
Freezing
in the
it.
freezer.
yeah.
And so you just got a really pissed
Can be
off,
done
like a
with flies.
demolition man.
Demolition
fly.
man.
Yeah,
fly.
flies, ants,
Yeah.
bees,
Yeah.
a lot of insects you can
Right.
pop in the freezer and pull them out.
Yeah,
They're
and
fine.
then the warmth of your hand, like,
Right,
Yeah.
brings them back to life. Yeah, not nice though, David Blaine.
yeah. Well, yeah, he's not a great guy.
More like
so,
David Bane to flies.
No, but it's cool because he played the Evanescence song when he was bringing the fly back to life.
Which one?
exactly.
The Wake
You're my
Me Up.
immortal. Oh,
So yeah, check out the trailer for Mandibles, folks.
Yeah,
We've done a lot of weird animal perversion, and this is
Good.
the best
it's not
way to
weird.
end
Good.
It's not weird.
it. Mind you, all right,
not weird.
nothing about the fly is sexy. It's not a sex. I'm not
I
saying.
mean, says
Look,
you.
I'm not saying that another
Says
fly might.
you.
All right. I'm not putting down the fly. I'm just saying
Yeah, don't
that the
shame
movie
the fly.
doesn't present the fly as being a
Don't shame the
sexual
fly.
character.
Those hips don't lie.
All right, man.
I
See
think that's
Mandibles.
go see Mandibles.
I think that's enough.
I think we're done. I think that's a sode.
Oh my God,
we did it.
Katie,
Yeah.
thank you for being on.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this has been. It's been good.
It
It's
has
been
been.
an experience.
Yeah. What do you want to
Yeah.
What do you want to plug? Where should people look for you?
Tell us about yourself.
I've got a podcast called Creature Feature, which I was going to say is less weird than this conversation, but it's actually not. So
No, it's not.
If you
It's
want
not.
conversations of similar weirdness, check out Creature Feature. It's
Yep.
anywhere that is podcasts, I think. You can follow me on Twitter at Katie Goldin, KatieGoldin. And I post about things.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Can confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You can check it out. There's exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have tiers where you can watch movies with us and all kinds of shit. You should check that
All
out.
kinds of
All
shit.
kinds of shit in a bottle, warmed
That you
up
feed to a
for the
baby
fly.
fly.
Feed
For
that
a
Like a
fly.
baby
little fly.
Suckle my shit, teat fly. We also have a store, tpublic.com/store/gamefullyunemployed. We can get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, all kinds of junk. Do that. Or don't. I don't care what
You
you do.
guys should do a mug that says "Suckle my shit, baby fly."
Suck my shit, teat.
All right. Yeah, we might as well.
Might as well. Why would we not?
Yeah. What's stopping us?
Nothing.
Civility?
Literally nothing is
Yeah.
stopping us from doing this.
Yeah, no.
There's no law on the books.
Yeah, not yet. But we'll make it
We'll
happen.
force that law.
Yeah.
All right. Say goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.